Hello everyone, and welcome to our continual Let's Play of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
It's a black screen. Versus a black screen.
I was thinking versus Joe Danger, but that works.
We can have that next time.
Alright. Yes, so we're saving the progress. February 24th. 12:14 p.m. District Courtroom Number 9. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. I get the feeling we actually might want to read the SLI incident first.
Check the file. Yes.
Yeah. Incident number SL9. Closed. Criminal Joe Dark. Crime serial murder. Sentence death. Victims Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Voss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. These names, I mean, that's really, like, some of them are really, they're really Phoenix names. It's so funny. Jason Knight. Trial data. Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Witness, Lana Skye, Emma Skye. Investigation task force. Okay, so that's why they're involved. That's how Emma is involved. She was
involved. Wait, both of them have the name. There's a guy with the name Marshall. Was one of the victims.
Oh. I didn't even notice. You're right. You're right, which would, explain this guy's involvement and why she thought maybe
he was also part of the police force, but I mean, don't just say both of them the same last name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Marshall, and then go 2 forward. And you have Jake Marshall.
Yep. Executive investigators Damon Gaunt, Lana Skye, head investigator Bruce Goodman, investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. So it would certainly, that would certainly put him with a large stake in the case.
If it's not coincidence, that is.
Yeah, if it's not coincidence. I'm going to give the game the credit of assuming it's not, but it very well might be. Emma didn't come back.
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. Officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime, Leroy Marshall.
I'm just drinking alcohol in the middle of the witness stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
It's just... Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trials of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly across intersections when they need it.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman.
Wait, was that Tism? I'm confused with whatever.
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
That's pretty impressive.
I know.
To be exact, Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Wait, what? I'm confused by this.
Why are you confused by this?
He wasn't describing Edgeworth, was he?
I know he wasn't describing
Edgeworth,
yeah.
Confused me for a second. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In English. Oh.
Anyone here who speaks English? English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Oh, say what again? Say what again? My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if I'm out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowboy like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks inside the evidence room? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickey are those? He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines. I was following orders.
The police is bad at hiring. Everyone's got their weakness, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
I hope we paid him less and he's so much worse than the last guy.
Yeah, I know. This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. At least the judge seems to be like, oh, I don't really want it. I want to deal with this shit. Hold it! How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape.
If I'm supposed to be reading something on the screen for, so I'm just gonna ignore it.
Just one second, everyone. I'll fix that. And we're back, and this is probably fixed. Maybe.
Yes. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I'd erase a tape, felt like I was erasing a part of my life.
Okay.
This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't even physically enter the evidence room. I just realized Skype was a dick bag and made the game even quieter than it already was. I'm gonna fix that.
That's what it does, yeah. You can fix it if you want.
Yeah. Hold it! But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner?
I like how he actually, he keeps the continuity unlike everyone else in the universe.
Yeah, I know. I told you, that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
This was nice at people.
Yeah, no desperados I know join the police force. Oh, I don't think anyone in the Desperados game joined the police force, so yeah.
I don't think there's a police force.
Yeah, there's the military. So, Officer Marshall on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? What I was wondering.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. We can just we can let Sapir do that, and you can do his job. It'll be great. Hold it! Used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. It's pretty sad.
That's how it works.
That's quite, incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It is well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
It's even more sad
Really?
considering that, yeah, I know, I was gonna say, I don't know how you not notice, at all, considering that you can't just open anyone's locker. And, I mean, freaking Detective Gumshoe knows about it. Come on.
I guess maybe we haven't seen the other people. Maybe Detective Gumshoe is literally the best guy they got.
He's probably the best guy at fighting mafia that they got, but that'd be pretty sad if he was the best detective they got. But I guess that would explain why we always have to do our own investigating.
And that's why the defense is always so bad, even when they lie and cheat and whatnot.
Yeah. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem like this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? Hold it! What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel Steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongola Spias pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all... not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this at least has taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, Did you not want to raise this year? That's true. Edgeworth isn't saying a whole lot about this guy not doing his job.
Maybe you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I imagine that's the case. Hold it! Out of ammo, Officer Marshall. That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry him back to West into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Even though he admitted he was never in Texas before.
Yeah, I know. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Gotta up the ante first? Okay. So let's see. Do we have anything in particular to harass him with? So a trump card, but we'll up the ante first.
Supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. Set the room protected.
Oh, sorry.
Set the room protected by 2 security systems. Remember why there was a street saloon, decided it went down. Well, you might have to throw something at him here, I don't know.
Yeah. I'll see if I have anything in particular to stick him with. Like a knife! No. Yo, bro. I heard you like evidence, so I stabbed you with a knife. Security video. That was the thing. Unstable jar. I doubt that's relevant. The thing with this case is just how much evidence we have. It's kind of ridiculous.
Question is, what evidence is relevant right now?
Yeah. I get the feeling that, obviously the Marshall's prints are relevant, but I don't think we can present them yet. SL9 incident files. If I'm right about the brother thing, that's probably relevant, but that doesn't seem relevant. Yeah, not right now. Let's see. Floor plans. The security tape might be relevant. But I'm not sure, because I remember that Mr. Edgeworth thought it was erased accidentally. But it wasn't. But that's once again, it might not be relevant right now, but you know. Evidence locker. Lockers unlocked using a detective's fingerprints.
Could we prove that he knew about the locking mechanism?
That's what I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a way to prove that, you know, that yeah, he knew about that. Because I really doubt that he didn't. There's probably a reason he's, like, lying about it. I just can't think of a particular reason off the top of my head, and it might not be relevant yet, but yeah. Parking lot floor plans.
I wish we could ask what his number is. I wonder if he's a 777 guy.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what I was thinking, is, you know, maybe he's actually lying and he is that guy, but we don't really have anything to base that off of from his statement.
In real life, you just ask him.
Yeah, exactly. In real life, that'd be just like, yo, dog, look at this thing here, look at it. But in this game, nah. We got to find the relevant thing to a thing. Yeah, we might just have to throw stuff at him here, like the SL9 incident, or maybe even our trump card. Because, actually, the statement seems pretty, straightforward. I don't think there's any real contradictions. But he's kind of challenging us right here to hit him with something. I guess there's no harm in it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do it.
Objection! Officer Marshall, doesn't strike you as odd. Why did you say then that you didn't want to use your trump card yet? You're stupid. We are using it. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd that is you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. and yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene, or to be exact, a handprint. Humph. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. Objection! I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away, however. Your luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints, found at the scene of the crime. I feel kind of bad. That took us way longer than than it should have. But, you know.
The game kind of tricked us.
Yeah. Stained fingerprints. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched a locker where my fingerprints was by chance. You know, you're relying on, like, a ridiculously big coincidence for this. I don't, like... Obviously, since he's testifying there, you know, I don't think the judge is gonna be like, that's stupid. But I don't think that'd hold up at all in court.
Why not, no?
The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Oh, didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it.
How did you know the murderer was wearing gloves?
Yeah, that's a fair point. See, already, he shot himself in the foot with that one. The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt.
Oh, really?
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense, like how he nods, like, yes, that's true. I agree with this statement. It explains everything.
That's how the court is supposed to work. You have to prove with a bit of doubt.
Yes. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it.
You have the fucking fingerprint blood. Obviously he's hiding something.
Yeah, I know. Now is my chance to prove it. And here's where things start to get easier, at least with this guy. His case is starting to unravel. I mean, it wasn't very hard to start, like, see where he made, like, you know, a major mistake, and I'm almost certain that's where we press him on. I mean, you know, yeah, we'll press him generally, but I'm just saying, actually, do you want to end the part first? Or
just keep going till you reach 30 minutes.
Alright. Whatever. 20 minutes worse, but yeah. Hold it! That's because you... Oh, let me fix it. Okay. That's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker's still in use. All that in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never changed. He must have been using the fingerprint lock without even knowing it. Marshall's fingerprints updated in the court record. Okay. Hold it! So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine, it's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. Just so happened... Hold it! Huh?
Tell me if there's stuff I'm supposed to be reading.
Okay. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Hold it! Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder. He's right.
I don't think cereal directly is a type of murder. I think it's just a row of things.
Yeah, exactly. This serial murder is just it's a patterned murder.
It's not just that cereal itself is a murder.
Yeah.
Murder.
We have a man here who committed serial. 5 accounts.
I love my ass off if you're actually wrong about this, but I mean that's what it sounds like. At least I've never looked it up.
No, you're right. It is. That's the way serial works. Is they actually use that for serial is used for other things. It's just serial murder is the one that's most commonly heard, but you can have like serial numbers.
Is Jake Marshall or just an idiot?
Jake Marshall's not so bright. He's right, although seemingly alike, they're totally different. I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Hold it! How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on my reports.
There was a bloodstain at the scene, though to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place his hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. Sorry about that. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. As long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Yeah. Hold it! What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. Objection! But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots?
What, a judge doesn't agree?
Yeah. Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. And if someone was familiar with the camera's position, he could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Objection. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall is present, please do so now.
Show us evidence, sure.
Okay. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us the incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
But this time there's gonna be it's a bit harder.
Yeah.
Um.
Looking for hidden things. There's the knife thing.
Screen share froze.
That's pretty unfortunate. Oh, I see what it is. But I'll go ahead and fix that 1 second, everyone. Oh, never mind, everyone. It fixed itself. Anyways, I found it. So, you know that thing that's hanging out at the thing? Okay, so, watch. It goes over here, then back, then it goes over here, and then, okay, one more, and then it goes over here, and BAM! Oh. God damn it. Did it unfreeze?
No, it wasn't. But I see it's hanging out now.
Yeah, okay. Take that! Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum that up? Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in the video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. See this locker that has a white cloth sticking out? This is the witness's cloth. Now then, let's rewind to the video a bit. Yeah. We just gave Officer Marshall a Wright. A good old Wright.
I wish I could actually see this stuff.
Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Wait, is the white cloth the suit?
Wait.
He is the guy who went inside. And then he threw the suit in there.
Wait.
That's my logic.
The suit. You mean the guy's suit?
I guess the wizard suit.
Nah, it doesn't. Well, actually, maybe. I don't think so though, because it was panned away like near the end of the fight. So I think he was a little distracted. Though I could be wrong. It is very possible on his way out, he threw the suit in there. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. You're probably right. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the... Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, you are right. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Because that's where the bloodstain comes from, obviously.
Yeah, because he took off the stuff.
Yeah, he took off the stuff and... and that's actually why he didn't get all of the fingerprints, because he was in a rush, because he had to get out of there before the camera saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still really impressive. He had like 3 seconds to fucking open the locker, and then close the locker in like 1 hour.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's...
what I thought is if he owned the fucking camera stuff, like he could be lying.
Right.
He could have just made it, like he could have cut this stuff together. He could have taken as much time as he wanted.
Right, but I don't think he's... Like, he is lying about not knowing about the technology, but I don't think he's that good with technology.
Because he could just, like, cut the video and then...
Right, yeah. Just have it loop, because it's one of those cameras that... well, basically any camera you can do that to, but yeah, it's one of those cameras that... It's not like it changes the feed or anything. Actually, I guess that would be... Huh. Anyways, never mind. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So if my locker was opened, that doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
Kind of proved that last time.
Yeah, we did. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. Say I open that locker, now prove it.
That's too easy.
Yeah. Why are they even making us, like, you know...
Do this, but okay. But at least it's easy. At least we know what to give. The glove, obviously.
The locker?
Yes.
Yeah. Take that! Fingerprint sensor. Look, he looks like he's having a heart attack. Or like he's just been shot. I guess would be
Maybe both.
Probably so. Partner, why do you shoot me with that evidence? We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. Well, what kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force who don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No!
Too epic for grief. I mean, Bean, whatever.
I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous. I only got 1 word for you. No!
Oh my god, he became Darth Vader.
Yeah. Imagine if you have said that, Darth Vader ever said that to the Emperor. He's like, I only got 1 word for you. No! Order. Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Eat my handkerchief, nom. Tastes like beef jerky.
Beef jerky. Really, I don't know if I want that beef jerky.
Yeah. Olay! Please answer the question. What? What is he now? A bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Minkins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? Seems... Oh.
I can't see.
Okay.
This spiky head got stuck saying, I believe.
I believe
Before
I
got
can
stuck
fly.
saying, I ass.
My ass.
I ass. Because he said, like, I am.
Oh, yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
He was secretly Mr. Benkins.
He was,
The blue guy.
the blue guy? That's
the victim. The other guy's a killer.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what were these symbols again? Okay. Take that! Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe that the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
I'm a genius. Objection. But that's preposterous. Officer Brickens witnessed a detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure, but he never.
Objection! May I point out, though, that Officer Minkins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed...
That's one logic question, though.
What?
He can't be the guy who did the rubber glove thing because he didn't even know about the fucking sensors.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm wondering, is like how, you know, because if he didn't know about the sensors, how could he figure that out? But maybe they'll explain it.
Maybe
Hopefully.
The woman set that one up.
Yeah, it could have been. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Minkins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving that I dressed up as the victim.
You do.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for... Yeah, I already said that, you stupid jerk. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence? Any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. Can see that fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ack! This can't be happening. So obvious he's the one. What can I do?
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Dude, I kicked your butt like 8 times.
Yeah, I know.
I'd pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Nick, try thinking outside the box.
But your boobs, they make it hard to think.
Yeah, I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise, but rather I should look for the evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was open in the first place?
What do you mean?
I already reported he put the suit in there. There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
But this suit, are you guys retarded?
Yeah, I know.
Of course he didn't run outside with a fucking bloody suit. The fact that the white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. See, like if you had gone to him and just told him to open the locker, he would have fucking, like, quit.
Yeah, I know. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps this video is the key to all of our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After continuing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
The blood stain on the suit after the murder.
Yeah, I'm assuming that. Yeah, you're right.
Fucking creepy motherfucker. You didn't sing flows, they're just staring at me now.
Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. Okay, ready? Take that! For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room. I don't know what that reason was yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Minkins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Minkins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, huh, partner?
You didn't have to load once.
Yeah, I know. We were doing really good. Like, this is basically always how it goes. Once you start unraveling it, this game is just so much easier because it's actually logical. Because, you know,
it's sometimes logical.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, this entire thing, like, admittedly, they were like, everyone else was kind of dumb, but this entire thing unraveled so easily. Like, why, why this guy did what he did. Yeah, and then the only question is the thing you mentioned, but yeah, I think you're right where, I think that he has the females has accomplished the cough-up queen, and she put the glove in there.
Nope. No, then. How would she get in there? And maybe she's the guy who has 777.
Yeah, maybe so. That would make sense. Yeah, because that does sound like a really fake-ass ID number, and I assume he got in there by just cheesing it so he didn't even show up on the thing, but, he just gave her a fake ID so she could get in any time, but he's a dumbass, so he just put 7s. A legitimate ID number. Okay, so anyways, before we got so wrapped up in pinning this guy hard that we just got distracted. But we did it.
Sexual, but yes.
Your face sounds slightly sexual. Anyways, we did it. We stuck it to this desperado, and he will rue the day. Yes, he will rule the day that he ever messed with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. So thank you all. Yes, Ace Gunslinger Attorney. So thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.
Take care.